It's the Muskegon Channel. Andy O'Reilly and Dave Cackley, who is
really close to you right now.
Really close to me. He just we've been having this echo going on.
Yeah.
Don't touch my leg. I don't want to touch knees with you. Thank you.
Okay.
We've been having this weird echo going on, so Dave brought his little computer thing out to. We're going to work on that. Get in the shot.
I'm trying.
Get your face in there.
You don't want me uncomfortably.
I just don't
close.
want you touching me with your knee. That's all I'm really worried about.
Can you move over there just like a little bit? Or
I can't. I'm pinned.
Okay.
This is as far as I can go right here.
Can I just say you need to invest in a slightly larger studio?
Well, generally it's just me in here.
Okay.
You know, and it was kind of built to be that way. But here we are, sharing a sleeping bag.
Oh, this is very intimate.
Yeah, it's cozy. I'll give you that.
You don't mind that I used your bathroom, do you?
Well, I was just going to ask, when you first showed up, you stopped at the bathroom up there. Did you?
Yes.
Did you leave the fan on?
The fan on, and I double Febrezed.
Did you really?
Yeah, you're good.
You show up at my house, and the first thing you do.
I had to go. Seriously, by the time I got to just east of Muskegon,
yeah,
it was a borderline emergency.
Really?
So, yes.
A little prairie dog action going on there.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, so here we are in my studio trying to do the Andy and Dave Daily, and hopefully by the end of all this, don't look at me like that.
I'm not.
I'm looking at you like that. You're giving me a freaky look. Look at you.
I'm not used to this.
You're a creeper. I'm not used to it either. This is my private little sanctuary. And
what do you usually do in here?
Well, I mean, I do audio spots. Mm-hmm. I narrate things. I write.
Poetry?
No, I write like Facebook things for people.
Oh, that's right.
I write commercials for people. I write. I do all kinds of things. In here. And I put nice, fun collectibles around in here too.
I noticed that. It's a.
Not everybody's got an autographed poster from Ace Frehley.
And nobody's got a Bay City Rollers
album
cover.
I got a Bay City Rollers album cover. You know where we got that?
See that.
We got that in Astoria, Oregon. We were out there where they filmed Goonies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we were out there one day. We were on a trip to Seattle, and we took a couple days, went up there. Well, they had that for sale in like a, what do they call them? Can you hear the laundry?
Yeah.
We can do laundry and radio at the same time. Awesome. But the thing of it is that was the first 45 I ever got.
Are you serious? Like what year?
It would have been 74, 75. Saturday night by the Bay City Rollers, the first 45.
Like 5 years old?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I found it in a Kmart on Alpine, and my mom made me spell it. She said, if you can find it, you can have it. Well, she forgot that they spell it out. I couldn't read yet, but I could go S-A-T-U-R.
Yeah.
Boom. So we found this record, and Cindy had it framed and made a nice little art piece out of it.
Oh, nice.
That's cool, huh?
Very cool.
Yeah. So anyway, hey, you know, I'm not wearing underwear.
I don't care.
Okay, as long as you're cool with that.
Usually I don't on Mondays.
You got some on today?
I do,
Oh,
yes.
well, thank God we're
nice
safe.
Pair
then.
of boxers.
Very nice. I've got nothing. Literally.
How was your Easter, by the way?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Can't get enough of Easter. I sat and watched baseball and got up and did the dishes when everybody was done eating.
You didn't have the grandkids over?
Yeah,
like
no, they were all
Easter egg
over.
hunt?
Yeah, sure. Oh, they did that. Yeah.
Did you put money or you put candy in?
A little bit of both. I never knew about the money thing.
Really? My mom does money every year for
Does she really?
the grandkids. Yes.
Yeah. How much did you get?
Max got 10, so I guess I get 10.
Oh, nice.
Because he always misplaces his wallet.
Does he really?
So, yeah, his money becomes my money. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to name names, but, you know, when we were both in radio, I knew a guy who broke into his stepkid's piggy bank to get $10 off for cigarettes.
Oh, my God. Was it Beckett?
No.
Oh, wait,
he never had stepkids. No, I'm not going to name names. No.
Okay.
Beckett, he didn't need to break into anybody's piggy bank.
Oh, that's right.
Guy had his first communion money under his mattress. All right, what do we got in the news today?
All right, let's get into it. A North Korea test missile fired from the east coast of the country on Sunday was evidently a complete failure, according to the U.S. Pacific Command. Missile blew up almost immediately, but the type of missile is still unknown. The failure came one day after the country's biggest propaganda event of the year, the 105th birthday of the late North Korean founder, Kim Il-sung.
We miss all the good parties.
Yes, we do.
And I got to tell you, too, that rocketry business, it ain't easy.
No,
you know,
absolutely not.
Look at all the failures we had, and I'm glad that
Right.
North Korea continues to fail, but it's not like we got it right on the first, you know. We didn't light a wick and up the first rocket went.
But it's the 21st century. At this point, why? It seems like there shouldn't be this anymore.
All I know that. It would be great, wouldn't it?
No, well, it's great that theirs aren't working. But
Right.
It's a surprise that
They can't
in
do
the 21st
better.
century, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Insane.
they eat dogs there. They're not in the 21st century.
It also comes ahead of VP Mike Pence's arrival in Seoul, South Korea for talks about how to handle Kim Jong-un's regime.
That's right, because Mike Pence he's boom.
I think he's running the military show de facto.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, President Trump's got to delegate that.
I got to golf. It's going to be huge.
Yeah. The world's oldest person and the last one known to be born in the 1800s has died. Emma Moreno was born November 29th, 1899 in Italy. She credited her longevity to the ending of her abusive marriage in 1938 and her diet of raw eggs and cookies.
Ooh.
She was 5 years younger than Jean Calment, the 122-year-old who held the title for the oldest person ever. And you have no interest in living to old age.
No.
I just don't get that.
Well, I had great-grandfather that was... You know what else I found out about my great-grandfather? We've talked about this in the past and everything, but my great-grandfather, when he was a younger man, he was a boozer. He was a shiner.
Well,
He ran shine.
Well, that makes sense.
Wow.
Heredity.
Well, no, I mean, he was a bootlegger. He wasn't a boozer. He wasn't a drinker.
Oh, he didn't drink any of it. He just sold it.
Yeah.
Like, did he make like bathtub gin and
I
stuff
don't know
like
what
that?
he did. I just heard from some distant cousins that, our mutual great-grandfather used to be a rum runner here in Michigan.
So he was like Uncle Jesse of
Yeah.
Michigan.
No wonder I'm so cool.
Wow.
Well, he wasn't from Muskegon. He was from up around Mecosta.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Big Rapids,
Ooh,
Mecosta area up
I got
around there.
friends who have like a cottage up there, and I assume some of that stuff's still going.
Dude, I'm here to tell you what. I grew up around there. We had a trailer that we went to on a lake every summer. I cannot believe the amount of money that has moved into the Mecosta Big Rapids.
It's
my
amazing.
God.
The lakes, the Canadian Lakes area
Canadian
up there,
Lakes is beautiful.
It's gorgeous during the summertime.
Yep, right around the corner from the Canadian Lakes there are three lakes. There's Lake Mecosta, Big Blue Lake, and Round Lake. My dad's parents had a place on Lake Mecosta when he was a kid, and then my dad got us that place on Round Lake when we were growing up, the trailer type thing. So it was fun. Yeah, a lot of time up there, but when you drive through there now, like if you go up to Soaring Eagle or something like that, dude, it is just nothing but big money.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I got friends got a nice cottage up there.
You ought to hang out up there more.
I try to.
Find yourself a nice widower.
I enjoy the single dad life.
Sure you do.
Yes. It's very fulfilling. All right, more than 1,300 protesters, presumably fully recovered from the previous week's hash bash, participated in a march through downtown Ann Arbor over the weekend. Protesters were calling on President Trump to publicly release his tax returns while also calling for no dry willies, for a fair tax system. A little bit of professionalism.
I was just see if you noticed.
It was just one of many similar tax protests that happened across the U.S. and abroad. Now,
I'm here to protest.
Of course you are.
I had to pay this year. You know how bad that sucks?
No, I don't. I have a dependent.
I bet you do. No, I don't. I still fill out the 1040 EZ. It's a piece of cake. H&R Block does it for free. This is the first year I've had to pay because, in years past, I'd always keep a couple of things going on the side for the extras. But then I would overpay taxes all year, so I'd get a nice big chunk of change to get caught up on whatever. I had to stroke a check this year, and I did not like it.
You poor guy.
I know it.
That's what happens when you get up in that upper
Dude,
tax
it's
bracket,
not even
the upper
that.
echelon.
It's not even that. It's the fact that I didn't pay anything in. I work as a contractor for pretty much everybody, and they get down to the end of the year, they're like, yeah, you're going to need to give us $500, $600. And I'm like, oh. So we did.
Well, you survived.
Yeah.
It's okay. But these tax protests, I understand people get a little irritated. We both thought during the whole election season he should have released it, but he's not under a legal authority to do so. He doesn't have to legally, so he decided not to, ended up
My problem is this. Here's the thing.
Winning anyway.
Here's the thing. When he can, there have been allegations made that said he wrote off $100 million in
business loss.
Business losses.
That's
$100 million. You get to write off. How many screw ups do you have to make to have $100 million in business losses?
Well, the government comes to your rescue when you make mistakes. It's called, it's...
Okay, well, let me ask you this. The government comes to his rescue at $100 million. I owed Citibank $900 on an old Visa card.
Yeah.
I got sued.
Well, you don't have the lawyers that
Apparently not.
other people. And
I'm not asking for much. I'm
that's-
paying on it. But all of a sudden, I get a lawsuit for $900 stinking dollars from a company we gave. What did we give them? $425 billion to stay afloat. Citibank.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was in the neighborhood.
Well,
One of many that stayed.
now we're
afloat.
going to sue you for $900, you scumbag in Muskegon. If you're telling me you can't see the problem in that, that one guy can write off $100 million in losses, and I get sued for $900, you can't see a problem in that?
I think that's a problem, but part of the problem is you've got all these tax loopholes that these guys can use.
Yeah, give me some.
Yeah, well, you gotta find the loopholes.
I would love to find some
You gotta
loopholes.
have a guy.
I do have a guy.
And that's why
He's a very good guy.
That's why a lot of people are in favor of that flat tax. That
Well,
closes
whatever
the
it takes,
loopholes.
man.
But then you got the other people saying, well, no, now we're all paying the same rate, and that's not fair because this guy makes $1 billion and I make $40,000, whatever.
Yeah.
So
I'd be happy to make $40,000.
I just want to, I just want to be cared for by the state.
Give me a
That's my new
ballpark. Give me a
goal.
ballpark figure of the highest salary you've ever had.
I do not release that information.
Really?
Ever. Never release it.
Really?
I do not publicly say how much I make.
Mine was somewhere in the low 40s.
Really?
The highest salary that I ever got.
Okay.
And I that's a struggle.
Well,
in today's day and
we
age.
grew up we worked in radio, and people back then. See, when we got in at the worst time to get in.
Well,
years ago it was a little more lucrative with regard to what the cost of living was.
Right.
And then you had all these other companies that buying out all these stations, and people lose jobs, and then do twice the work for half the money.
No.
And we just got in at the
I wrote about this on Facebook last night. I don't understand money. I don't like money. I don't like what it
How
does.
do you not like money?
It divides people.
Well-
It's you're either fighting for it, you're fighting over it, you're fighting around it. It just I wish it wasn't there.
That's a character or personality trait or flaw with the individual. I don't think it necessarily has to do with how much money you have or how much money you don't have.
I'm not complaining about how much I have or don't.
Yeah.
I don't like the side effects of it.
You don't like what it does to other people.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
No.
Well, that's what's
Even me.
Yeah.
Even me. I got into a debate with some people over what something was worth, and it came down to about $50
Okay.
difference. Okay,
Okay.
big deal, right?
Well,
$50.
$50.
$50. Just we'll leave it at that. But to me, it's the principle of it.
Okay.
All of a sudden, I'm not worth that $50 extra for whatever I'm doing for you.
So you take it personal. So you start to take it personal.
Well, after a while, it's kind of reflective on you, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess so. And I've always been bad at like asking for raises and stuff.
Oh, I'm terrible at it.
I don't know why. I think you and I are like that's where we're in touch with our feminine side.
Right.
Because when they talk about the the disparity between what women and men make, a lot of it has to do with women having children or men taking higher level jobs, whatever. But part of it is women are less likely to ask for a raise than men are.
Yeah.
And it's
Even if I do ask for a raise, and I don't know if this is a conditioning thing or just me, because to me money is not that important. I like living with a purpose.
right.
I like living with knowing that I will leave a mark after my time is done. But you want to get by and you want to make sure the bills are paid. But to me, if I ever ask for a raise and it comes back, even if I've articulated 17, 18 different things why I'm due for this, and they come back and say no, it's soul crushing.
Yeah.
It really is. It just makes me want to cave.
I haven't been turned down. I was actually turned down for a raise recently. Like, it wasn't that you're not worth it. It was, we can't do it right now.
Yeah, sure.
I wanted we can't do it right now.
Well, the budget's just a little tight.
It's a little strained.
Go sell a few more ads.
Yeah, exactly. Salespeople, get on the stick.
That's what it is, man.
Daddy wants to supersize.
That's right.
Muskegon Lumberjacks a game away from elimination in their Eastern Conference semifinal series with Dubuque. The Jacks dropped the first two in Iowa
missing.
over the weekend, including a 3-0 shutout loss on Saturday. Game 3 is Thursday night, 7:15 LC Walk Arena tickets still available. And
I'll
you
be
will
there. Yes, I will be there.
Dishing out trinkets to the fans.
That's what I do. Here's a coupon for a free movie. Enjoy some chicken.
And don't
something.
you do like contests and stuff?
Yeah, we do. I've been there through 5 ownerships of that team now. A long time.
Now, do you make it difficult? Do you do like trivia questions, stuff like that, and have them answer?
Yeah.
And then you make it easy, and then you just give them the stuff anyway?
No, I give them the answer ahead of time.
Okay.
Usually.
You don't like people not getting something.
Well,
I know this back in our radio days when we used to do contests and everything. You never wanted anybody, because you felt bad for the person calling in if they called in and they didn't win the contest and they walk away empty-handed.
Well, I'm a nice guy.
You're a softy that way.
Yeah.
And I would get mad and not. It's like, no, I don't want to give this person anything. They sucked. They didn't know. They couldn't get the answer right. So
right.
no, you get nothing.
Right.
But you are like, no, I'm gonna still give them something.
I'm a giver.
Absolutely.
But with the hockey team and that kind of thing, I always look at it like this. I don't want them to feel embarrassed on camera.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And it's what are we giving away?
Right.
Here's a nice
Absolutely.
gift card for a movie or something like that. So I don't want them to feel embarrassed on camera.
Now you're a better man than I am.
Well, that's what I do.
Other sports, Tigers have beat up on Cleveland 4-1. They've won. I think they've won like every series.
Every
This year so
series,
far.
and they're like 8-4.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for the Tigers.
Still 150 games left.
I know, right?
God, baseball season's long.
Let's just hang our hats on that bullpen this year. They're really going to do it for us.
Pirates beat up on the Cubs 6-1. It was the Bulls over the Celtics in game 1 of their
Stop touching my knee.
I'm not touching. I grazed your knee. I
God.
didn't touch it. I grazed it. 106-102. That's sports.
All right, it's the Andy and Dave Daily. We're going to see if we can figure out his little. I don't know what you did to that thing.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
It was malfunctioning equipment, not operator error.
So say goodbye, Dave.
Bye.